blazing fast. 2018, Sorga, Italy. An early morning in the small Italian town of Sorga took a bizarre turn when a local resident caught two peculiar objects zooming across the sky at an incredible speed. I'll show you the video in a moment. So, it was approximately 8 a.m. when the witness first noticed the pair of illuminated, disc-shaped objects rapidly flying across the sky above a nearby hillside, moving so incredibly fast that they proved difficult to even keep in frame. The glowing UFOs exhibited flight capabilities unlike anything the observer had ever witnessed before. Take a look. Stunned by the extraordinary sight unfolding in front of them, the quick-thinking witness managed to pull out their mobile phone and begin recording video footage of the mysterious airborne objects, just in time to capture their final moments before disappearing from view. The video shows the two brightly glowing UFOs, one appearing to make small rotational movements, before a second object blazes into view at moderate speed. Then, after briefly hovering in place, the second UFO inexplicably rockets away faster than the eye can follow, leaving a faint trail of glowing particles in its wake that weren't visible to the naked eye. The entire duration of the video is over 3 minutes. Baffled by what had just transpired across their local skyline that March morning, the Sorga witness wasted no time submitting their video footage and written testimony to the Italian Alien Investigation Association for further analysis and review. According to the organization's president and seasoned UFO researcher, Roberto Maggioni, the eyewitness was immediately impressed as very reliable, following a series of detailed interviews about their remarkable encounter. Their video evidence was also deemed highly compelling, exhibiting characteristics that ruled out any potential hoaxes or digital fakery. In fact, after thoroughly examining the footage and speaking with eyewitness at length, Maggioni felt supremely confident declaring this case an exceptional and truly unique incident involving legitimate unidentified flying objects engaging in astounding aerial maneuvers not possible with modern aircraft or drones. The Italian UFO expert was far from alone in his assessment either. Fellow prominent ufologists from around the world were brought in to scrutinize and weigh in on the bizarre Sorga footage and details surrounding the event. One acclaimed researcher described the UFO's seemingly meaningless and devoid flight patterns as a telltale indication they were under intelligent control from non-human piloting forces. Their random bursts of supernatural speed, hovering capabilities, and lack of conventional propulsion or control surfaces were cited as evidence that these were not aircraft built by human hands. While UFO researchers remain utterly convinced the footage depicts something truly mind-boggling, the incident, however, still requires further verification and investigation. Nevertheless, the Italian investigators leading this case believe the video is one of the most compelling and inexplicable pieces of potential UFO evidence ever documented within their national borders. Deemed highly credible by every serious researcher who has studied the footage, eyewitness testimony, and other data, the Sorga UFO encounter continues fueling intense debates across Italy and abroad surrounding what exactly propelled those two freakishly fast, mysterious objects across the morning skies that fateful day. Massive UFO fleet. January 28, 2005, Mexico. A mind-boggling sight unfolded across the afternoon skies of Mexico when a massive group of strange glowing objects appeared out of nowhere. Video footage captured a really bizarre yet interesting event, showing what looked like over 100 peculiar bright orb-like objects, all moving together in a coordinated way high up in the air. The person with a camera noticed the mysterious, glowing orbs traveling as a pack and quickly started recording. Take a look. As the camera rolled, the huge fleet of lights stretched across a wide area could be seen flying around in a really bizarre manner. Even though they were being filmed from very far away, requiring maximum zoom, the sheer number of slowly pulsating, sphere-shaped objects can still be seen clearly. During the first 30 seconds, the person immediately zoomed in as close as possible, while the massive UFO fleet appeared to gradually drift from right to left, all together in the same direction. But even with full zoom, the bizarre, glowing objects remained tiny, blinking dots far off in the distance. However, some striking details could still be made out about their movements and behavior. The glowing orbs continuously blinked on and off, while seeming to sometimes get brighter or dimmer. Some of them appeared to suddenly change position within the group, darting ahead or falling behind the others. But what's truly strange is that the entire fleet gave the impression of moving in a coordinated, controlled manner, unlike any normal objects or clouds. According to the person filming, they believed that the UFOs looked like an intelligent formation of solid craft under control by some force.
Mira, oye, ¿ya viste?
This suspicion aligned with previous mass UFO sightings over Mexico just 1 year earlier in 2004. That March, the Mexican military released footage of 11 flickering lights behaving similarly that they couldn't explain. Then in June 2004, an even bigger fleet of glowing orbs maneuvered overhead before disappearing. So when you combine them with this video here, it seemed the skies over Mexico kept witnessing huge groups of truly baffling objects in the air over and over again. While some thought it could show evidence of extraterrestrial vehicles monitoring the area, skeptics felt it looked more like flares, balloons, or small aircraft, just reflecting sunlight while flying together. But still, I don't know why, but this sighting really looks a whole lot more mysterious to me. The blurry and distant footage made it hard to figure out important details like the size, height, speed, and exact path of the objects. Without anything to compare to, estimating these factors was very difficult, leaving the true nature of the spheres a mystery. However, many who analyzed the footage believed the fleet's movements couldn't be easily explained. Even if they weren't otherworldly, the coordinated formations and controlled movements suggested technology that hadn't been revealed to the public. The person filming described the shapes as looking like illuminated spheres, though it's hard to make out any actual structures beyond the bright, flashing dots from so far away. Many theorized the poor video quality simply couldn't capture any design or surface details, even if they existed. However, even after 19 years, this video still fuels intense debate. So did the man in Mexico capture something truly mind-boggling in the skies that he couldn't explain? Or was it just a really bizarre atmospheric phenomenon that had a more rational explanation? Well, I leave it up to you to decide. Otherworldly Encounter. On May 27, 2015, a couple in Esquimalt, British Columbia, captured a video of what they believe is a UFO flying over the CFB Esquimalt base on Monday night. The cell phone video was captured by Brian Cooper, who says he and his wife witnessed a peculiar, strange object darting around in a strange manner high in the sky. Immediately, Cooper started recording the peculiar aerial display unfolding right outside their home. Take a look.
Oh my gosh! Look at it, it's behind the tree. What is that?
In this footage, the unidentified flying objects can be seen moving erratically across the evening sky while bright lights flickered across its surface. According to Cooper, there was another object that eventually vanished from sight, but the remaining UFO proceeded to perform remarkable maneuvers unlike anything he'd ever seen. Cooper described the mysterious craft as big as a Volkswagen. However, it was capable of flying expertly like a drone, except it was way faster. Also, its outer lights seemed to rapidly spin and change colors in baffling ways as it displayed incredible speed and aerobatic movements. The eyewitness, who acknowledged being a very skeptical person by nature, nevertheless felt utterly stunned, by whatever he and his wife had witnessed flying around their coastal neighborhood.
I have never seen anything like this in my life, and I'm a very skeptical person. It had lights that spun in all different directions.
Remarkably, Cooper's sighting was corroborated by an additional witness living in the same apartment building. Vera Lynn Weaver, who resides directly above the Coopers, says she too caught a glimpse of the bizarre UFO from her balcony and struggled to rationalize what they could possibly be. What's even more compelling is that she grew up near military bases, and she never had once seen anything like this before.
I have no idea, to tell you the truth. It's not anything I've ever seen before, and like I said, I've grown up on military bases. I'm used to some strange things, but I've never seen anything like that.
With several people supporting the strange event, curiosity quickly spread about whether the unidentified flying objects were linked to secret operations at the nearby military base. However, military officials denied any involvement after reviewing the footage. They straight away declined to view the footage, but said there were no military flights of any sort on Monday near the base. The video continued circulating among experts trying to figure out what the fiery, aerobatic UFOs were. Astronomy and physics professors looked at the footage but noted its grainy, shaky quality and said they can't definitively rule out unusual explanations despite the poor evidence quality. So, did Brian Cooper and his wife witness something truly phenomenal high up in the sky? Or was it just military aircraft performing really bizarre maneuvers? I leave it up to you to be the judge of that. Shimmering UFO. Before I get into it, if you are new here and enjoy mysterious UFO videos like these, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel because more videos like this are on your way. That said, let's get back to the video. June 2017, Warminster, England. A strange new video has revived long-standing beliefs that Warminster, a small town in England, is a hub for UFO sightings and mysterious aerial phenomena. A resident from nearby Frome filmed a peculiar light streak moving in circles above the rural Clay Hill area, just 2 miles from Warminster. The unusual light in the night sky baffled the observer, who quickly began recording. For several minutes, the camera tracks the odd light as it hovers and loops overhead. Unlike typical aircraft, the light's erratic movements and lack of any visible structure raised suspicions of an unconventional origin. The footage aligns with decades of similar encounters. These persistent phenomena have led to numerous theories. Some suggest the proximity to Stonehenge and Avebury creates mystical energy conducive to UFO sightings. Others point to the town's location at the intersection of 2 ley lines, which are believed to be channels of metaphysical power. When this video emerged in 2017, locals familiar with Warminster's UFO history were not surprised. Experts believe this sighting is the latest in a series of UFO encounters in Warminster, which is also known as Britain's UFO capital. Reports of strange lights, sounds, and crop circles have given the town this reputation. This peculiar history dates back over 50 years to August 17, 1965, when a loud detonation noise shook Warminster homes. Residents then saw a monstrous orange flame in the sky, accompanied by crackling and hissing sounds. In the following years, more inexplicable lights and sounds appeared, earning the nickname Warminster Thing. Glowing discs and unusual atmospheric events were frequently reported in the late 1960s. A notable incident in 1967 involved a man near Clay Hill hearing a high-pitched noise and seeing a glowing white disc hovering silently. In 2010, a 200-foot crop circle appeared near Warminster, adding to its UFO legacy. Skeptics argue that Warminster's residents are prone to misidentifying normal air traffic and natural occurrences as UFOs. So, with all these many compelling recordings and reports, what do you think this mysterious sighting could be? Something ordinary with natural explanations, or something far beyond our comprehension? You decide. UFO flying sideways. May 24, 2003. It began as an ordinary day for an individual, Jeff Wells. He was going about his usual routine, unaware that he was about to have an extraordinary encounter. As the day went on, Jeff noticed something bizarre happening outside. He quickly grabbed his camera and began recording the mysterious sight. What he captured on video was unlike anything Jeff had ever seen before. Take a look. A large, disc-shaped object flew directly over the top of his house. The craft was turned on its side, with one end domed and the other end appearing flat. As the mysterious object glided over Jeff's home, it suddenly made an abrupt U-turn in midair. In a matter of split seconds, the craft then accelerated at an incredible speed, jumping over 1.5 miles away almost instantly. It happened so fast that Jeff could no longer see the object with his naked eye. Not wanting to lose sight of the bizarre phenomenon, Jeff began scanning the skies. Around 1.5 minutes later, he managed to relocate the strange craft. This time it was much further away, but Jeff could still make out its distinct saucer-like shape when he zoomed in with his camera. The footage clearly showed the object remaining oriented on its side as it moved through the air. Jeff realized he was witnessing an incredible technological marvel, a domed, metallic machine operating with a propulsion system far beyond anything used on Earth. When this video went online after a few years, the sighting raised more questions than answers. What kind of extraordinary technology was powering this craft? Where did it come from? Was it perhaps some form of alien spacecraft, or an ultra-advanced man-made vehicle? Jeff continued recording the object for as long as he could. He understood that most people would have trouble accepting what he had seen, but the video footage served as indisputable proof that something extraordinary had passed over his house that day. Experts and researchers carefully analyzed every frame, searching for explanations, but to this day, this encounter remained a mystery. So did Wells capture something truly remarkable from the beyond? Or was it something else entirely? As always, I leave that up to you to decide. Recently, a famous television crime series was filming their show when a mysterious object interrupted them has been going extremely viral on social media. Check this out right away before it disappears from the screen. Also make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to watch more intriguing UFO videos in the future.